Have you ever had your dominatrix turn out to be your judge? The bailiff called, "All rise for the Honorable Judge Catherine Winters," and my blood turned to ice. Walking into the courtroom in black robes was Mistress Katya, the woman I'd been paying $500 an hour to engage in activities that definitely didn't involve legal precedents. I was there for a speeding ticket, a simple traffic violation that should have been handled by any of the dozen judges in the municipal court. But the universe decided today was the day for maximum humiliation. Judge Winters sat down, shuffled her papers, and looked up. Our eyes met. Her poker face was perfect, but I saw the microsecond of recognition before she became pure professionalism. Case number 4827, State versus Timothy Chen. Speeding in a school zone. I stood on shaking legs. My lawyer whispered, "She's tough but fair. Just be respectful. Respectful." Last Tuesday, she'd made me call her Your Majesty while wearing a collar. Now I had to call her Your Honor while wearing a suit. "Mr. Chen," she said, her voice exactly the same authoritative tone from our sessions. "How do you plead?" "Not guilty, Your Honor." She raised an eyebrow, the same way she did when I'd broken one of her rules. The officer presented evidence, radar readings, photos, documentation. It was overwhelming. I was definitely guilty, but my lawyer had insisted we fight it. "Mr. Chen," Judge Winters said, "would you like to reconsider your plea?" The way she said it, I heard the subtext, "Stop wasting everyone's time." It was the same tone she used when I tried to negotiate our arrangements. "I maintain my plea, Your Honor." My lawyer tried valiantly, arguing about radar calibration and signage. Judge Winters listened patiently, but I could see it in her eyes, the same look she gave when I'd make excuses for being late to appointments. "I've heard enough. Mr. Chen, please stand." I stood, legs like jelly. "I find you guilty of speeding in a school zone. Given your clean record, I'm inclined toward leniency. However, your refusal to accept responsibility concerns me." She paused, looking directly at me. "What do you do for a living?" "I'm an accountant, Your Honor." "An accountant, someone who should understand rules and consequences." My face burned. She'd said the exact same thing during our session when I tried to negotiate her boundaries. "You're sentenced to 40 hours of community service at Jefferson Elementary, teaching children about road safety. Additionally, you'll pay a fine of $500. $500. The exact price of one session with her. The coincidence wasn't lost on me. Do you understand?" "Yes, Your Honor." "Good. And Mr. Chen, I expect you to take this seriously. No shortcuts, no excuses, complete accountability." Those were her rules from our first session, word for word. Court adjourned. I practically ran to my car. My phone buzzed immediately. My office, 20 minutes. -KW. I sat in my car, panicking. After 15 minutes, I walked back into the courthouse. Judge Winters' office was impressive. Law books, awards, photos with senators. Nothing like the dim apartment where we usually met. "Sit," she said. I sat. "Timothy, this is awkward." "That's an understatement. I should have recused myself the moment I saw you, but that would have raised questions neither of us wants answered." "Are you going to, what, expose you?" "That exposes me too. We're in mutually assured destruction territory." She leaned back. "How long have we been meeting?" 6 months. 6 months. And I never knew your last name. You never knew my real job. The irony is painful. Your profile said you were in corrections." She almost smiled. "Technically true. I correct people's behavior, just usually in a legal context. So what happens now?" "Nothing. You complete your community service. You pay your fine to the court, not to me. We never speak of this again. And our arrangement? Obviously over. I can't have a client who's appeared before me in court." I nodded, disappointed. "Timothy," she said softly, "what we did wasn't illegal. Unconventional, yes. Potentially career-ending if exposed, absolutely. But not illegal. It feels illegal now. That's just shame. You sought a service. I provided it. The fact that I'm also a judge doesn't change that. How do you reconcile it? The two lives? Everyone has multiple faces. The judge, the mother, the woman with her own needs. You're an accountant, but that's not all you are. My other face wears a collar, and mine wears latex. So what? As long as it's consensual, why should we be ashamed? Because if anyone found out, they'd judge us? How fitting." She stood. "Complete your service, Timothy. Learn from this. Did you know the fine matched your rate?" "No, that was cosmic irony." "And the community service? You were speeding near a school. Children's safety isn't negotiable." 3 weeks into my community service, Judge Winters walked in, picking up her daughter. She watched me explain traffic signals to the kids. Her daughter raised her hand. "My mom's a judge. She puts bad drivers in jail." "Your mom sounds very wise," I said, avoiding Catherine's eyes. "She says rules keep people safe." "She's absolutely right." Catherine mouthed, "Thank you," and left. It was our last interaction. 6 months later, at a legal conference, I spotted Judge Winters on a panel about alternative sentencing. We made eye contact, nodded politely, went separate ways. That night, a text. "Saw you at the conference. Glad the community service had a positive impact." -KWI replied, "It taught me about accountability and unexpected consequences." Good, that was the point. Of the sentence or our arrangement? Both. We never communicated again. I found a new dominatrix, though I now insist on knowing their day job first. Last month, I read Judge Winters was being promoted to the state Supreme Court. The article praised her innovative sentencing and commitment to rehabilitation over punishment. My speeding ticket remains my only legal infraction. I volunteer at Jefferson Elementary every Tuesday, teaching kids about rules and why they matter. Judge Winters was right. Everyone has multiple faces. The trick is making sure they never appear in the same courtroom.